Hello, it's me again. So I just felt this need to hop on and say a few things, and maybe it'll be good for somebody. Maybe it's junk. I never know. But I've been working from home this week, and the reason is because I have several like conference type Zoom, FaceTime, phone calls with people in my mastermind group. It is one of my most favorite things to do in all the jobs that I have is to be able to chat with people and kind of troubleshoot like what's holding them back. And usually we dial into something they didn't even have on their email to me of what's going on that's keeping them from accomplishing whatever it is in business or life. And sometimes people join my mastermind group for business help in real estate, and sometimes it leads to a different business, or sometimes it ends up in a personal journey. And so today I was sitting in my home office and I was just kind of looking around and thinking to myself, I really like to surround myself with things that motivate me. So another thing that happened today was my coach, my fitness coach, posted the don't be a victim mentality. And we're all guilty of that at some point or another. There's always an outside factor we want to blame for why we made XYZ choice or whatever that is. And I realize that most people don't realize they have a choice. Sometimes you don't like the choices in front of you, but there is always a choice. And if you don't like them, it's usually because it's a hard choice. So you just have to pick your hard. What is harder, this choice or that choice? But you have a choice. You just don't like them. And I preach this to my kids a lot too, that you always have a choice. You just may not like the choices, but ultimately you have to choose one and pick which one's harder or less hard. Usually if it's harder, it might be the right direction. Maybe. So I was just looking around. So a couple things. First off, I surround myself with things I love in spaces that I want to be the most me. And I've worked a lot on that this last year with weight loss and getting in shape and that kind of thing. So one little thing's a little baseball collection. I really love it. Always a great motivating book to remind me of kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Baseball is a huge passion of mine. I played fast pitch softball. I never had the talent that others had, but I worked hard to practice and do the best that I could. I found this great colorful canvas, and it just says life is beautiful, and it just fits with where I think it is. I think life can be beautiful. There's a lot of crappy things that can happen, but it can be really wonderful. And then over to the side of my desk, I have a picture of my dad and his first company that I actually found, like we were moving or something, and I was like, I'm stealing this. It just motivates me that you can make yourself whatever you want to be. And I have a fly in my office here at home. And then right there in the corner is a letter he wrote with me, I think wrote to me when I turned 16. He had it in a birthday card to me. And so every time I'm sitting in here and I'm digging for inspiration or what I want to do, something I want to launch, a new business, a new idea, a new concept, I can look around and I have all those things that remind me of where I came from or what I'm doing all of this for. So the thing I wanted to say today was my coach posted the don't be a victim mentality. And from their perspective, it was, in my plan with them, it says I'm to lift weights for an hour 4 times a week right now. Sometimes it's 5, but right now it's 4 because I'm on the injury list. And then after I do that, I am supposed to do 30 minutes of steady paced cardio. So the point of their post was, if you turn in your check-in and you did your lifting sessions, but you didn't do your extra cardio work, you don't get to be frustrated that the scale or the result didn't occur this week. It seems so simple, right? But as people, we go, we're so frustrated, the scale didn't move. I know I skipped this meal and I left off my cardio that day, but I wanted to lose weight this week, right? That's their industry, and that's the post they made was about that. And so I've been doing my mastermind calls with my clients the last couple of days, and I love each and every one of them. One of my favorite things to do. But I noticed a common thing to the people having success and the people that are frustrated was the ones that are frustrated are skipping steps and still expecting to get to the same end zone. So in real estate, what does that look like? If you want my help with a deal, I need the details, meaning I need to know all the pieces I asked you questions about. It doesn't mean give me the address and tell me to go check it out on Zillow. It means, did you go look at it? Did you talk to the seller? How much work does it need? What do they owe on it? What are they asking for it? Why are they selling? What's their motivating factors? All these things are important for us to work through a deal. So if you don't give me all of those pieces, I can't help you. And I typically don't have a response except for I still need the answers to the questions. And then we can find success in this industry, right? It can be for us, it's been some QuickBooks stuff. So do you have your QuickBooks set up? Have you done your training sessions that we have recordings on so that you are up to date with everything everyone else knows that's sitting in the same room as you? And I had some people say, well, do I really need to do that? Do I really need to listen to those? Do you want success at the end of this? Or do you want to halfway think you're going to skip 4 steps and get there? And so it just resonated with me after all these calls that they think they're doing everything. They think they're looking at real estate deals every day, all day. But if you aren't talking or connecting with a seller and getting the details, all you're doing is writing a research paper. I can read on the internet all day long, but I'm never going to make a deal until I talk to someone. And my husband got in the mail yesterday a Pete Rose jersey and a baseball bat signed. And it was like a childhood dream of his, and he is super excited about it. And so he said to me, the lesson I learned was, you have the best chance of success by getting up and swinging as many times as possible. So if you're always on the bench and you never get a chance to swing, you never get a chance to hit. So that's kind of the lesson in all 3 of these aspects, is if you don't go up to bat, you have no chance of success. And then the other big thing that's resonated this week in the Relentless session and winning books that I've been listening to on Audible actually, is talent does not equal success. And that's kind of what I started off with the baseball inspiration that I have in my office is I was never the most talented, but I will work hard to have the success, and success will beat talent. It beats talent, or hard work beats talent. That's another thing we have in our basement going into our gym. Hard work beats talent. And so I believe hard work is what gets you to success. Now, what that hard work looks like can be a mental, emotional battle as much as it doesn't necessarily mean like the physical hard work of something. It doesn't mean you have to work 80 hours a week. It means working smarter, not harder, which is working hard for success. And so talented people typically can kind of sit back and ride the wave and feel like they're going to have success, but hard work will beat that. And that's the lesson for everyone, is you don't have to be born naturally gifted with something. And that goes back to, it's just all full circle for me right now in these sessions I've gotten to do. But even for me, this weight loss journey and fitness, I thought I was genetically screwed up to always be fat, because that's my family appears to have that genetic makeup. And I found the secret that that's not true. And so if I keep working hard and I keep doing all the pieces I'm told to do, I will keep getting the result that I desire for myself personally. So whether it's business or life, you need to determine if you're following all those steps. in real estate? Are you filling out that lead sheet to give your mentor, coach, mastermind leader all the information they need to help you? If you're setting up your business systems, did you skip setting up a phone line, but you put a phone number on a website? Like, that's clearly not going to work. Did you get the sales training you needed to talk to the sellers? Or did you just start talking to sellers and don't know why you can't make a deal? All those things are important. So it doesn't matter what business you're in, what journey you're on. If you get your steps out of place, you may not see the success that you desire. So you should go back to the checklist and see if you have actually marked off each of those things before you blame someone else for your frustration. Knowing it works for some people out there, but you're so special, it's not working for you. So what is it that you can do to change the outcome? So for me, in this really hot real estate market, I quit listening to that rubbish and said, how can I improve my skills to have a better chance of obtaining another property? I'm not going to worry about what everyone else is doing and what everyone else is saying. I know my numbers. I know what works for me. So how can I improve my skill set in helping other people through real estate solve a problem that helps them and helps me? So as long as you're always worried about what's this going to do for me, you probably aren't going to get out of it what is best for everyone. And so just keep that at the forefront of your mind before you blame someone else or blame a system that's not working. Did you actually check all the blocks and know that you've done everything humanly possible to follow the plan to get the result that whomever you have as a leader is desiring for you to get out of whatever they're helping you with? And I have a lot of very phenomenal people in my mastermind group, all very special, all on slightly different journeys, and not one is alike from another, which makes it the most fun for me. It definitely keeps me on my toes, and I just love seeing them take those little steps and their eyes opening that they're capable of so much more by just making some very small tweaks that when you're in it, you can't see for yourself. Like, you know it, but you can't wrap your head around it. So someone on the outside can see it and help you tweak it, and then onward you move. And so it's a lot of fun. And I just wanted to share this today because I've just had a lot of, things kind of coming in place that all coincide with each other. And I just felt like I needed to share it. So I hope it helped somebody out there that might be stuck or a little frustrated or in business, life, personal, emotionally. Go for it. But make sure you're checking all the boxes and doing all the pieces that need to be done to get you where you want to go. Have a good Thursday, I think it is, and enjoy yourself today. Do something fun and make sure it's headed towards the goals that you desire.